What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Fabulous Football Channel. My name is Romo, and if you haven't been able to tell by now, this is yet another Master League Career Mode on YouTube. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Why another Manchester United Master League Career Mode on YouTube? Well, I've been inspired over the last few years watching a lot of other guys post their content, and I figured why not give it a shot. I love playing PES, I love playing FIFA, and I figured I would be pretty good at it online. Well, without further ado, we go now to the press conference to introduce the new Manchester United manager. And there he is, the Manchester United new boss, Jesus Villas-Boas. He has been the man that has been tipped to lead Manchester United back to glory after the abrupt sacking of the special one, Jose Mourinho. So he has a huge task in front of him in bringing Manchester United back to glory. And yes, it is official. Manchester United tweet to the fans. They are happy to announce the appointment of Jesus Villas-Boas as their new manager. But what does the rest of the world think of this appointment? Well, the Daily Sun reports that Jesus is the second coming. United have in fact hired Jesus to bring them back to glory. In what can only be described as a desperate and shocking move, Manchester United have appointed Jesus Villas-Boas, the brother of former Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur manager, as their new boss. The appointment no doubt will come with massive scrutiny from both supporters and pundits alike, given United's rich history of footballing excellence. I believe he will do great things and possibly become the next Sir Alex Ferguson, said one high-ranking official at the club. Though the selection of the younger Boas comes as an utter surprise to many, he has been on United's radar for some time, given the success the younger manager has had as the head man at Elche in the Spanish La Liga. He wanted a young, fresh manager that could grow with and rebrand the club with a new way of thinking, said Edward Woodward, the club chairman. Well, strong words there from the United Board of Directors, but what are the fans thinking about the appointment of JVB? Well, let's go live now to the Daily Sun and see what else there is being said about the new man. And here it is, the chosen by none. United supporters are livid at the appointment of JVB. United supporters wasted no time in voicing their disappointment at the selection of a relative unknown as the club's new boss. Absolute rubbish, said one supporter at a local gathering out in front of Old Trafford. We will be the laughing stock of the Premier League this season, said another fan. How could the club make such a terrible selection given the available managers, said another fan. Well, JVB will certainly have his work cut out for him when it comes to winning the support of the fans. He will have his first opportunity in the club's first preseason matchup to come within the coming weeks. So make sure you stay tuned and tune in to the Daily Sun for all the latest information on Manchester United football. Well, as the new manager of Manchester United, one of the things that JVB would be looking to do is to kind of clean house and rebrand Manchester United to help them get back to their winning ways. And one of the ways that he's going to do that is simply by taking a look at the squad and seeing who he has on the squad and targeting certain people to either be transferred out of the club or giving them specific roles to play. So one of the first things we're going to do is go to the game plan and set a starting lineup. The reason that we want to do this right away is so that the team can adapt to the playing styles that we're going to give them. So obviously the man up top is going to be Ibrahimovic. We're going to play Anthony Martial out on the left wing. Rooney, we're going to start him at a number 10 role as an attacking midfielder for now and let him play himself out of that role. Juan Mata will start out on the right. Pogba, we're not going to have him play as a defensive midfielder. We're going to have him play as a center midfielder that will get forward when we have possession of the ball. And Herrera will come out of the squad, and I'm going to go with Fellaini. He's perhaps one of my all-time favorite players in FIFA and PES. I mean, this guy right here, it's nothing like he plays in real life, but he's really good in the virtual world of PES and FIFA. So he's always going to be one of my first choice midfielders when it comes to playing PES. The four at the back that we're going to go with, we're going to keep Bailly and Smalling, that center back combination, and instead of Blind here at the left back, we're going to go with Luke Shaw. I'm going to make this a competition between Luke Shaw and Ashley Young. One of those two guys will be the starting left back on match day 1 of the Premier League season. And then at right back, it's going to be a competition between Antonio Valencia and Matteo Darmian. So we're going to give the nod to Darmian right now to kind of get things started. And then we will rotate in Valencia in the games upcoming. And of course, our first choice goalkeeper is always going to be De Gea. So one of the things that PES Master League doesn't do is allow you to have a preseason tournament, but I've found a way to incorporate a preseason tournament into this Master League, and that'll be something that'll be coming up here shortly as we get the season started. Okay, so now that we have the starters situated, we're going to go ahead and go into the squad list and sort out the players here by overall rating, descending order, and we're going to see the players that are going to be on the bubble for me starting at the bottom. So this youngster, Tuanzebe, I'm going to put him up for a loan bid because he simply doesn't really have a place in the team right now for me. The same thing with Johnston. He's going to go ahead and be listed as well. Flumensa, 18, right back, 74 overall. I'm going to keep him around for now. Marcus Rashford, obviously, I'm going to keep around as well. Jesse Lingard. I'm thinking about sending these two youngsters out on loan, simply because there's a lot of pressure here to kind of get the club back to the glory days as quickly as possible. So we'll see how that goes. Valencia obviously will factor into a possible first team selection. Sergio Romero will keep as our backup goalkeeper. Luke Shaw will keep. Phil Jones, I have no intention of keeping. I don't rate him at all. So I'm going to go ahead and list him. Ashley Young will keep. He's one of my favorite players. Bailly will keep. Anthony Martial, Depay, Fellaini, Michael Carrick. I know he's a Manchester United legend, but it is time to say goodbye, so I'm going to list him. Matteo Darmian Rojo, I don't necessarily want to keep in the team. I'll leave him in for now to the preseason tournament. And all the guys that I list will have an opportunity to play in the preseason tournament, and then I'll make a decision on who goes and who stays. I used him in PES 2016 Master League, where I bought him from Manchester United and bought him into Real Madrid, and he played really well, but in my offline career modes with Manchester United, it just isn't cutting it for me. So I'm going to list him for now. Daily Blind, same thing for me, just doesn't really cut it for me. Herrera will stay for now. Schneiderling, not a fan of his, so he'll be listed as well. Smalling will keep. Schweini, just never knew really why Manchester United kind of bought him in the first place. That was kind of a desperate move in my opinion, so he's going to be added to the listed players. Rooney will keep, obviously, because he's a Manchester United legend. Henrik Mkhitaryan, he has a lot to prove to me. In the real world, he hasn't been used a lot this season, so we'll see how he performs in the preseason tournament. Mata, one of my favorite players at United, I'll keep him. And of course, we have De Gea, Pogba. So pretty much everybody else will be untouchable here. So, and that's what we have now. So those players are being tagged for departure from Manchester United, along with Memphis. I didn't see him there. But Memphis Depay, not a player that I rate highly when it comes to being at Manchester United. So from here now, we'll go into the preseason tournament, the International Champions Cup. No time since his appointment, Manchester United new boss Jesus Villas-Boas has told several players that they do not figure into his plans for the squad, and as such they have been transfer listed. The players have been told that they will be given the opportunity to earn a place in the team during the team's upcoming preseason tour. Those players that have been listed are Marcos Rojo, Daley Blind, Phil Jones, Manchester United legend Michael Carrick, Bastian Schweinsteiger, and the underperforming Memphis Depay. So these players will have the opportunity to earn a place in the team. Some of them may leave the club on loan, some may leave permanently. In other news, Manchester United will be participating in this year's International Champions Cup. As stated, Manchester United to play in the preseason tournament. Manchester United will take part in this year's International Champions Cup, and they will be joined by the likes of PSG, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, Tottenham, Sporting Portugal, and Borussia Dortmund. The yearly tournament offers managers the opportunity to assess their squads and adjust tactics and see which players will figure into the first team. This will be an opportunity for the players aforementioned to earn their way into the team or earn their way out of the team. Here is the schedule for the upcoming Manchester United preseason tour. As you can see there's not much time in between games for the team to rest, so the players will be called to an immediate fitness level. All right, guys, these are the teams that will be participating in the International Champions Cup. In the Group 1, you have Tottenham Hotspur, Paris Saint-Germain, Inter, and Atletico Madrid. In Group 2, you have Manchester United, Borussia Dortmund, Sporting Portugal, and Real Madrid. So we are going to get started with match day 1. All right, so here are the lineups for today's match for Manchester United versus Sporting Portugal. We're going to go ahead and head right into the match straight away for kickoff.
Lisbon ahead, 1 goal to the good. Shaw tries a through ball. Now the pass. Slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
I think the problem there was that the pass was telegraphed. An easy read for the defence.
Under Herrera. Fellaini. Marcel flips it over. Mata! It's loose, who's getting there? Top save! That shot was travelling. Adrian Silva. Markovic. Adrian Silva. Markovic. Adrian Silva. Fellaini gets it back. Under Herrera. Fellaini.
Manchester suffering an early setback to reel it back in. Well, it can be very hard to regroup and work your way back into the match, but they've got time. Looks to slip it through. And it's Shaw. Juan Mata. Chance to shoot. It's Fellaini! Jefferson gets good distance on it. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Markovic will go through. It's Campbell. That is wayward. That's the kind of break that can do a lot of damage. It just lacked the finish to be a great counter-attacking strike. It was so direct. Campbell has made his mark on this game. Manchester behind here despite their domination of possession. Juan Mata has looked to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Damian passes it through. Oh, here's the through ball. He's made sure that that won't get through. Damian able to come up with a better ball. Yeah, it was a case of good awareness too. That wasn't quite matched by the right weight of pass. It only needed just a little bit more behind it, and it was through. Juan Mata. Fellaini. Shaw. Martial. Fellaini. Shaw. Martial. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Looks like a good ball through. Adrian Silva tries to stroke it through. Chance! Looking to force his way through. Loose. Saved it! He's going to make this theirs. It's Ruiz. Spoon forward. Brian Ruiz pushes it out wide. Timely intervention. Time for a goal kick. Carlo Oliveira. Brando Herrera. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Now the pass. Adrian Silva was not to be moved. Juan Mata. And it's Ruiz. Ruiz! He's there to make a great save. Keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him. Mata. Tries to dink it in. William Carvalho gets it away. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Oh, that looks a foul. Referee's given it. That's a blocking, always looked in. So what now? Forward it goes. Brian Ruiz, the ball through. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. It's a loose ball. And it's half-time here.
Haven't exactly got the plan so far. There's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
Goes, and we start the second half.
Manchester need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution. I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Damian. Another piece of really good defending. Clint. Damian. Schweinsteiger. Damian. Out wide to the right. Still going. Where to next? To get his head on that, but score.
Sporting didn't really deal with the wide play. It was a lovely dribble down the flank, but really they've got to double up to try and stop that. And I think with the attempted goal too, they were a little fortunate.
Here's a poor kick by the keeper, been intercepted. And Schweinsteiger tries a through ball. Memphis to tie.
Personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, and the vision to get him through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. But importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will
Chip
pay
through.
off.
To slip it through, cuts it out. To the keeper, and go again. Fellaini is effectively being marked out of the game here.
Well, they know he's the root of potential problems, Peter, and they seem intent on uprooting that problem like that.
And out to safety. Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger. Clearance and very necessary. Tries a through ball. Real chance to break. Brian Ruiz passes it through. Oh, he did the hard part right, but not the finish.
Was he just trying to be a little too clever then? I mean, it's hard to say, but one thing's for sure, he needed to stick it away, and he knows it.
Put on quite a show there.
Well, he went at it with great confidence, and it's not going to stop him from trying again.
Damian.
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And Shaw. stood firm. Schweinsteiger. Schneiderlin plays a clever pass. Brian Ruiz. Cortez. Schweinsteiger. Oh, man, he sorted that out.
There's no point in adopting a conservative attitude now. As long as they don't lose their shape completely, they have to throw men forward in this situation.
Adrian Silva. Campbell. To step in there, that was more than necessary. It's Memphis Depay. Rooney. Now that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Jefferson. Schweinsteiger. Schneiderlin. Out towards the flank. In a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Well, it's difficult to see them overturning this considering they've been shut out for so long.
Shaw. Just 5 minutes left. Has gone out. Sporting Lisbon. So they're about to make a change. Campbell. Adrian Silva. Campbell. Jefferson. Campbell. Throw in. Adrian Silva. Jefferson. Campbell. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Jefferson. And that is that. It's not quite the end of the world, but it doesn't help. Defeat in the first game. Now they need to turn it round and recover over the rest of the group stage. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, it's the start they didn't want, but it doesn't have to mean there's no chance of recovery. There's still plenty of points to turn things around, although I must add, much less room for error now.
All right, guys. Sorry about that choppy editing. My software kind of flaked out on me a little bit there during the match. So here's the results from the match. We lost 1-0. And as you can see, for Manchester United there on the right, a lot of players did not perform on the day. And the new manager, JVB, has said that during this preseason, the players must average a rating of 6.5 or better to be considered for the first team. So really not many players even coming close to scratch there. So we're going to be in for a long ride. And now we'll go live to the post-match interview with JVB.
Absolutely. I thought that we were the better team in the first half. Looked a real threat going forward and I thought deservingly took the lead. We're disappointed with the goal. It's a mistake, which disappoints. But second half, we obviously knew we'd come under a wee bit of pressure because we were the better team. And the game becomes more counter-attack for us second half. But still, I was really proud of the players. I thought what they put into the game. And as I said, It was a tough game as it always is here, and I thought they responded really well. What was your...
All right, that is it for episode number 1 of the first season at Manchester United. I know it's a bit long. Upcoming episodes won't be this long. Obviously, it was the first episode. Needed to get a lot of things out of the way. So thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in episode number 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe.